Didn't matter what was going on in my life, because at the time there were a lot of uncontrollables that were really, really impacting my life in a negative way. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I kept getting up every single day and I started feeling better. And my body was changing. And I was gaining energy. So all these things that I was wanting was happening because I decided to create a habit of getting up early. I decided to start to move my body, right? Um, I decided to start to eat better, to really find a way to make that work for my life. And that was through meal prepping and making healthier choices in a simple way, right? So I started to feel better. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I came to this realization like I'm doing something that I said I would never ever do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what mom used to do, right?
Yeah.
That's what mom used to do. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm not trying to do that. But we are our parents in some respects. So she
Yes,
found that that thing worked for her, and you're finding that that worked for you.
exactly.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I put two and two together. At the time, my mom and her, my dad were like going through. And so I'm like, this, I can see this was her way of really, really healing herself, giving herself something, taking care of herself. This is what she had to
Mhm.
be able to do that. And I started to understand that.
Mhm.
And I started to walk that path. Like, this is so healing for me. No matter what my relationship is right now, I'm happy.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm feeling good,
Mhm.
right? I'm taking care of myself. I'm controlling the one thing that I can't control, and that's taking care of me and getting my life back, getting my smile back, getting my feel good back, being less depressed, being less stressed over what's going on around me. Honey, when I tell you, it just empowered me in a way that I want more of this. I want more of this. I don't want to stop this.
And I will say, for those of you who are out here that are listening to Shawana, my goodness, when you actually see her working out, because she is flooding your stories and she is flooding your social media in the morning. Her workouts and just her energy is infectious, and it's absolutely incredible just what she's doing. And I think the biggest thing that I'm loving you saying is the consistency, and
Yeah.
you took action to create a habit.
Yes.
And we know how difficult that is, as you've just pointed out.
Hmm.
But the thing that any habit can't run away from is your consistency.
Yeah.
All right. Once you got consistency, that's it.
Yep.
A habit is happening. A habit is happening. You just got to keep doing it. Right.
Yes. I mean, like they say, it's like now for me, it's like brushing my teeth. Like I have to have it, and I have to have it in the morning, even though my life is different and I don't have to do it in the morning. It's like it's the one thing that's healing for
Feels
me, that
good.
starts my day, that makes me happy. So the rest of my day is like, yo, y'all can't touch me. I feel good right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. And so I'm curious, in terms of your family, like your daughters,
Hmm.
I think many of us, when we think about healing and the different things that we're doing, we just pray that it rubs off on the children.
Yeah.
We pray that they see what we're doing. We might not be talking about it
Hmm.
explicitly, but that they see, just like how you were looking at your mother,
Yeah.
right? Mom does this and she may not fully understand, or they may not fully understand, but they see you.
Hmm.
And I'm wondering, are your daughters open to, movement, or, are they doing different kinds of modalities to kind of stay well?
Well, that's interesting because my daughter, my baby girl is the one that lives with me now. My oldest, I've watched her and I've watched her take care of herself. She meal preps. She does all these things. So even though I didn't really talk about it, I planted a whole lot of seeds, and I'm watching her take care of herself. Does that make me proud? Absolutely, because with my baby girl, now she's out here, Mom, I just want to run. I just want to run, you know, and she likes to run. So it may not be the same thing that I do as far as, you know, what fitness format, but she loves to run. So to me, she's paying attention.
Yeah.
Even as far as her nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't eat like your typical 18-year-old.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
You know, so I take a lot of joy and pride in that. Like, I am the example, you know, and I can't just talk about it, but I have to be about it. I have to just, you know, show up for me so that they can show up for them and love themselves and be happy no matter what's going on around them, because you create your own happiness. And I learned that. And it's just extremely empowering to know that I am doing something that I always told myself I could never do. So imagine in the rest of my life, like, because self-care is the one thing that we shy away from. It feels good when we are on a roll, we're consistent, and we're like, yo, you know what? When I was doing ABCD 3 months ago, I felt so good. I lost 30 pounds, and now I'm so lost, and I want to get back to that. We always had that realization, and I talked to a lot of women that they felt good when they were taking care of themselves, but life happened somehow and they stopped. And it's like the one thing that makes us feel good, we're afraid to pick back up.
So I want to ask you a question, because I know that you've been at this for 6+ years.
Yeah.
And I know that life hasn't been perfect for 6+ years.
Mm-mm.
So I'm curious, couple of things. One, have you ever missed a week? Have you ever missed, you know, some time over the 6 years? That's my first question.
Okay.
So I want you to answer that question first.
Okay. Now, obviously, I get sick. You know, I've gotten sick probably like twice out of these 6 years where I just could not. So I rested, right? Vacations happened. And I'm one of those, listen, I'm taking advantage of my vacations. I don't particularly care to get up and exercise early in the morning when I'm on vacation. I just don't.
Right.
You know, I may get in some meditation and just take some time out for me, self-care that way. But I'm gonna like live it up on vacay. I'm gonna sleep in. I'm gonna, you know, just enjoy my day, enjoy my vacation. So yes, I have missed days. Nothing's ever been perfect along this journey. But I know that the one thing that makes me feel good is body movement. So it's not hard for me to just, you know what, get back into it. You know, and I never missed a long enough time to where I'm just like, you ain't gonna never find me missing no 3 months unless something extreme happens. It's not happening. I think at the max, it might be 2 weeks, but that's about it.
That's about it. That's